Hello everybody, my name is Caroline Nettle and my website is spiritualgrowthtools.co.uk, and today I am going to do a reading for you. That one has just jumped out, so we'll add that one at the end, for the month of May. So we usually do 4 weeks, 4 cards for each week. And I keep it the same because I never know which ones have got 5 weeks. I'm just thinking May might be one of them, but I'm not sure. But anyway, so I've already tuned in, and the message I am receiving even before I pick the cards is very much that it's time to break with the past. I know I had 2 clients completely separately today. One had broken up with her partner who'd been cheating on her for a very long time, and another one had just left the country. So that's week 1. Now, some of these cards are a little bit on the, shall we say, raunchy side. So I won't show them if they are, because the angels have very kindly given me ones which have no naked ladies on them. Because YouTube, okay, there's one. Well, I won't show that one. Because YouTube, you never know who's watching, and I don't want to offend anyone. So, week 1, coming into May, which is a couple of days away now. Hidden Path, the marriage of spirit and matter. That's gorgeous. The Eye of Horus and the Ankh. And then 2 trees looking like they are bending together. The marriage of spirit and matter. What am I getting about that one? Yes, so it's a week where intuition is running rife. Like, you really are going to be getting some great hits about what to do, who to see, what's right for you, how to nourish yourself, I'm hearing. And also, if you're one of the people like me who have been on a lifetime quest of what am I supposed to do here, I feel like this week will be quite significant for you, and it will be a hidden path. It won't be, a big banner across the freeway which says you need to do this. It's going to be something that you arrive at, You take a left turn where you normally take a right turn, you meet someone, their brother, their sister, introduces you to a new record which makes you look them up on the internet, and then etc. So you get the idea. It feels like a bit convoluted, but it feels like, not that your path will show it to yourself, that's not what I'm saying, but I really feel like there will be a movement towards what will eventually end up being what it is you're supposed to do. And the thing that I'm feeling the most is that it's really important that you do things a little differently in that first week of May. Because if nothing changes, nothing changes. That's what the old saying is. And I feel that we're in such a turbulent time at the moment, and that doing it the same way we've always done it is not going to work on a personal level and on a global level. So for me, this card is about eking out or seeking out that which we already want, but maybe don't know that, we're not in touch with it. Then in week 2, loss, grief, sadness and resurrection. She's a beauty. So the second week in May then is going to bring lots of grief and sadness up. And that may be a result, I'm hearing, of the change that you made in week 1, or it may be a result of that which is going on within your family. It could be, but it also, I'm hearing, is more likely to be on a global level. Humans are interesting to me in that I can't imagine elephants ever grieving for an elephant in England. They probably do on some consciousness level, but we have the news and we have newspapers and so on, so we can really feel the grief of other people. So this card is kind of saying, yeah, I really feel like the grief will be out there somewhere that will really resonate with you, and the word resurrection to me is implying in this instance that there will be a birth of a new you. And if we take the lady who rang today for an angel reading because she didn't know what to do because her husband had been cheating on her for a long time and she was devastated. In this moment of grief, I imagine that, everything's going to seem really confusing and chaotic and painful. But actually probably from this will come a great change in her life that maybe she's been needing to make for some time, but we get maybe a bit comfortable where we are and we don't look for change, we don't want to rock the boat, etc. But yeah, the possibility that comes from grief is enormous, and I'm not in any way taken away from anybody's grief. I think grief is a really important thing for us to process and feel. However, once the required time is over, and that could be a day, a week, 10 years, it could be whatever it is necessary for you to grieve. And I feel like that's when the moment's like, okay, a good friend of mine died on Easter. I say good friend. I looked up to this lady enormously, Polly Higgins. She passed away at the age of 50. She was trying to bring ecocide into law, and so anyone who was knowingly damaging our planet, or indigenous people, or anyone really, any group of people, but mainly the planet. And I was deeply saddened by this, just because I looked up to her so much and I thought what she was doing was amazing and she'd really inspired me. But out of her death, even though that really wasn't very long ago, out of her death is a definite change in me to want to do better, to want to live my full authentic life. So that's kind of what I'm trying to give you. I was deeply saddened when she passed, and I still am to a certain degree. But I'm really looking at my life and saying how I can actually make a difference to the planet because she's gone. And now it's up to us to carry on her work. So I hope that makes sense as far as, when you lose something, it's always deeply, deeply painful. But usually it's because that wasn't serving you anymore, or because it was just time for the person to leave. I strongly believe that nobody leaves before their time. There's always an agreement, which can be quite hard to hear sometimes, but that's my belief. So week 1, do something slightly differently. Week 2, possibly feel the loss of that comfort zone, that predictability, that place where you've settled. And out of that will come something amazing. And then, I love this card, it's so beautiful. Achievement, keep focused on your dream. I don't want the sun to shine on it so you can't see it. So it's quite a clear message this month, isn't it? Like, do something different, look down a lot of different avenues, feel the loss of the comfortable part, and then whatever it is you've picked up in this or this inkling, just don't let it go. Just keep following it. And I really feel that we're being asked to work a little bit harder in this card. I feel that there's a calling, if you like, for many people to wake up and live out the rest of their lives. The big word at the moment is in service. I'm more inclined to say in service to the planet. I think she's the one that we're killing, which, as Greta Thunberg said so very cleverly, you've stolen our futures from us. And that deeply saddens me that I've lived here and not really made a significant difference to the planet. So I have a few years left, and I'm going to ensure that I do everything I can to help Mother Nature. So that would be my sense of achievement, is making a difference as far as the planet goes. Your sense of achievement could be very, very different. It could be a new job, a new husband, living in a bigger house. It could be, whatever it is for you. But I have a feeling that most people these days feel a deep sense of lack of purpose. And somehow, this has happened to me for years now. I've been feeling this way, but material possessions just don't do it for me. I could care less that I have one handbag and it's a bit scruffy. I just don't care. What I care about is the planet. And what I'm trying to say by that is I think we're going to move out, hopefully en masse, move out of the shallow, materialistic, destructive life that we've been living and into a much more sustainable, creative, reparative, is that a word? Reparational way of existing, so that there is a future for our children and grandchildren, or other people's, in my case. And then we've got, at the end of the month of May, so Goddess of Creation, Transformation, Creativity, Wholeness. Now I can't show you this because there's a naked lady on it, but it's such a beautifully flowing reading this month. It's like, do something different, feel the loss for the comfort, really concentrate hard on that outcome and make sure that it matters. And then there will be transformation, creativity and wholeness. And if we were looking at the cycles of nature, at the moment everybody's feeling a bit frisky and full of life. We can feel the sap rising as the plants are starting to wake up, the gardens are getting more beautiful again. Life is starting to erupt in us, and I know that the month of May can be a very, very creative, fertile month, and often there is a transformation in the garden. It goes from being sort of dormant to whoop, here comes loads of colour and smells, and I feel like this is the energy that we're talking about. There will be a waking up from the comfort zone to the end of the month when we'll be like, yeah, no, I know what I'm supposed to be doing now, and if I switch off my iPad, my phone, my television, my VCR, that ages me, doesn't it? My DVD player, whatever, Bluetooth player, the radio, all the distractions that we have, and I just sit down with a blank piece of paper, I'm pretty sure I will come up with lots of really amazing ideas. And if I'm sitting here talking to you and you're not one of life's leaders and you don't you want to set up something that's going to save the world, how can you offer your services to someone who is doing that? How can you become part of a team that will really make a difference in the world? I can think of hundreds of really well-meaning, good organisations that could probably do with a couple of hours a week. If you have that time to spare and that's something that you're drawn to do. I'm not saying everybody's got to do it. It's not everybody's cup of tea. But I'm feeling like the emphasis here is on how can I make a difference? Okay, I don't want to lead the world. I'm not interested in, starting a global movement or something like that. But I am interested in making a difference and helping those who are already out there doing it. Or I am interested in cooking, bread every day. That's something I've always wanted to do. Well, Lord knows we need bread. Or whatever it is that you're really called to do, as long as it's not fuel-based. Sadly, the fossil fuels have been the bane of our existence. But as long as it's making a difference and helping other people and making a difference to other people's lives, and what can you do that will engage the community, and what can you do that will really step up and make a difference? I love this reading for March. It sounds to me like there's going to be some stirring up, and usually stirring up means sticky conversations. It can be just knowing that your job's not the right one for you, and or partner, or really solving that problem that you've had with that family member for years and years and years, and we're just going round and round. Okay, you know what? Enough now. We've made our points. I don't agree with you, and that's okay. Can we just agree to be civil or something? You know, something really basic. Because yeah, family feuds can go on for generations for no particular reason. Usually pride, and my favourite saying about pride is, do you want to be right or happy? And it's so true in so many different ways. I always say this, but I used to really believe that if you didn't agree with me about everything, we couldn't be friends. I really truly believe that. My life was so hard. Now I welcome people with different opinions. It helps me to learn. I couldn't possibly think the same way as 7 billion people. I'm sure I say that all the time, but it's so true for me. It's such a blessing. Okay, so this most beautiful card that threw itself out when I was first shuffling, eternal love, happiness, harmony, fulfillment. It's so beautiful. Eternal love, happiness, harmony and fulfillment. Well, blow me, if basically everybody, that's exactly what they want. Happiness, harmony and fulfillment. So that's coming out as a sort of an add-on card to the month of May, and I'm hearing that so as you let go of what it is you thought you were supposed to do, I was supposed to be a teacher or a lawyer, no thanks. Yeah, as you let go of this person that you thought you were supposed to be and find this hidden path to the person that you should be, and feel the loss and feel the difficulties that come with loss, and then go into your achievement, keeping the focus of the dream alive, and then you'll find yourself at the end of May very fulfilled. And I feel like this process that we've talked about, a mini monthly process, will bring you happiness, harmony and fulfillment. I feel like in doing that and letting go of some of the things that you know are no longer serving you, and instead of sitting there going, oh well, you're going to go, okay, what can I do to change them? I'm really, really, really unhappy with this person. So do I block this person from my life? Do I work it out? Is the problem worth it? Etc, etc. So it's about finding the way back to us this month. And if you're able to do it, it's going to bring you happiness, harmony and fulfillment. I love that. I think that's really positive. So an exciting month as far as everything goes, and yeah, really hope that's helped you. Personally, I am still looking for the land for my project Wild Nettle Gardens, but I've got some great leads coming up, so I'm thinking it might be really soon. So maybe when I'm doing the June reading, I'll be saying, yeah, I'm planting and it's all really good. So watch this space about that. If you want to go and find out more about that, that's Wild Nettle Gardens, and we're on Facebook, and also there's a website. And if you can help me in any way, that would be amazing. Definitely get in touch if you're any good at social media or anything like that. You love to write blogs. Oh, I would love to hear from you. Maybe that's your hidden path. Okay, so this is Caroline Nettle from spiritualgrowthtools.co.uk. I really hope you found this useful. Gosh, I can't speak today. And yeah, really wishing you a wonderful May, and go find yourself in that process. It truly is a really positive reading. There may be some grief in the middle, but you know, that's just part of life, I feel. So let me know how you get on. All right, thanks for listening.